We're in today with the GTX 470. This is a 2010 video card with 448 shaders. It's got 1.2 gig of VRAM GDDR5 Samsung, running at 608 MHz on the core clock and 837 MHz on the memory clock. It's got 320 bits, DirectX 11 support, and we're gonna pair it up with this i5 2699 V4 with 22 cores and 22 threads with hyperthreading disabled. I think the best thing we can do for this SLI configuration is to jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. But if we're starting with GTA 5 on 1080p normal details, DirectX 10, you're gonna see that we're gonna do really fine. First off, I want to point out 530 watts consumption. This is a beast of a video card, you know. So based on the FPS I got, 160 FPS, I got 96% load and 1.2 gig of VRAM. I'm already at the end, seriously, with the video cards. And 75 degrees with 69 on the second one. 75 on the first one. I mean, I know why 79 on the first one, because I have problem with the vapor chamber, that the first screw, it's broken. The thread on the first screw, it's broken, and I cannot put it on. So I need to find a case. I think it's the metal that is pressing on the die, because I only got 3 screws that are put together there. Regardless, the video card is working, but the only thing I have to put here is a limit on the temperature or maximum. In this situation, I got 85% load on the fan speed. If it's reaching 80, I have to take a look and see if I can put it at maximum, because I want a good temperature. What I'm talking about, I got this, see? 1.2 gig of VRAM utilized here. I mean, 1.1. In some situation is dropping below 1.2, that is good, but the GPU on the other hand is doing fantastic. You know, there is no problem in SLI. You can see some glitches here and there, but that's it. That's the only thing you will see. Overall performance with this is fantastic. Does it run Crysis? Look at this, maximum details, 1080p. In this situation, I got like 506 watts, full of glitches. I think the GPU is gonna die, or the SLI has got a lot of problems. In this situation, you can see that it's going to 90 to 70% load on the GPU core, but I'm guessing it's because of the CPU, because it needs a CPU with high frequency. But in this situation, you can see that the load on the video card is between 70 and 90% load, you know. So at this stage, the finger is gonna be on the CPU side because of that high frequency CPU required. So in this case, you can clearly see it's possible to actually push the video cards to the limit. All in all, the GPU is doing the job. It's capable of delivering 60-70 FPS on average on maximum details if I had a good CPU. The VRAM is not maxed out, so the details is actually good in this case. You can see that everything is maxed out. Like I said, not lots of bugs what I'm seeing, but I'm 100% sure that if I go around the map, then I will have a lot of problems. I just realized in Metro, this is the maximum you can do. Now, based on the details, because I have low details with DirectX 9 and 1080p, I wanted to see how much this video card can push. But I just realized this is 143 in the game. So I'm utilizing 700 megabytes of VRAM and 65% load on the video card. You can actually see the game is doing fantastic. I didn't manage to reach 70% load in both of the video cards. I don't utilize too much memory. So I think in this situation, you can clearly see that it's possible to actually play the game. I like the performance. I like how it looks. Even on low details, the game is fantastic. So yeah, the only thing I want is a very snappy performance from this. You understand? So with this amount of performance, I get to use it with 450 watts consumption from this. I want more. I want more games like this that can do the same performance. Metro is one of those games that works really nice with SLI. So overall performance is great. In a situation like this, you'll definitely want to limit the FPS. Oh, okay. I'm outside. This is a new for me. In Far Cry, this is gonna be funny. With maximum details on 1080p, you can clearly see that the game is doing a fantastic job. It looks fantastic, you know. You know, it's one of those games that needs to be added on your list if you're interested on all the SLI like this. So in this situation, Far Cry, it's working really nice. 520 watts consumption from the system, you know. So the GPU is being utilized, the video card is being utilized, the SLI combo is being utilized, the CPU is being utilized. So all in all, I think this is a great performance from the video card and the system. You can clearly see that is doing fantastic. Only 1 gig of VRAM utilized here with 99% load on the core of the video card, but it's giving me 100 FPS and above. You know, the MS is perfect in this case. You can actually see it's flat, even though I'm moving super fast, I'm aiming, I'm looking at the ground, applied. There is some spikes here and there, you can actually see, but not lots of them to distract me from the game. You know, it's fantastic. It looks fantastic, it's running fantastic. So yeah, this is exactly what you need from this. Oh yeah, look at that. No spikes, no nothing. But if we're jumping in Mad Max with this system, you can clearly see that it's trying to deliver the best performance here. 500 watts consumption here. This is on 1080p with normal details, and we're getting decent performance. Maximum utilization in this situation, but you can clearly see the average FPS is fantastic. The MS is good. There is no problem with the SLI. I'm looking around and see if there is any artifacts, but there is none in this situation. So it's very scalable with this GPU, with this SLI configuration. The core utilization is good. Maximum core load with the video card. The temperature is getting a little higher, 70 degrees apparently on the second one that I have the problem with the chamber. But yes, 525, 530 watts consumption from this. It's possible. You can actually see the core is being utilized here, and it's doing the job. 1.2 gig of VRAM nearly, and yeah, overall situation here is fantastic. So let's face it, you know, if I have NVIDIA SLI and physics, I have to put this game because this is actually fantastic, and plus this is only 60 FPS and it doesn't force the SLI. In this case, you can actually see the GPUs are sitting properly here with 1080p maximum resolution. Looks fantastic. The average FPS is 60 because it's locked there, but yeah, the frame time is smooth. Sometimes it's spiking left and right depending on the zone, you know, how we look, and left, right, up, down. You see a couple of spikes here and there, but sometimes it's not that much, you know. Oh yeah, look at that, smoke, spider webs and stuff like that. Physics, apparently there is no problem. So utilization on the GPU is 40% on the second one because I'm guessing physics is there, and 20% on the first one with 58 degrees on the second one. Looks and it runs fantastic. So overall, I like it. On the memory side, you can see it's using 1 gig of VRAM utilization here. It's fantastic performance on this occasion with this SLI, but nothing to complain here. But in this game, apparently with maximum details 1080p with everything turned on, you can clearly see that you will have no problem. I mean, come on, this is a game that was designed for this type of SLI, you know. If you're actually trying to play the game on maximum details back in the days, this was the type of solution, you know. You buy a 470, no problem. You want maximum details, well, slap in another one, seriously, on 1080p. I mean, 1080p was not the maximum resolution. Who knows? Maybe people had money buy 1080p or 2K or 1440p. I don't know. Hey, seriously. Regardless, I like how it's working in this situation because of 60 FPS on average. It's not forcing the video cards at maximum. There's no spikes there on the frame time, so the MS is flat in this situation. No bugs, no nothing. Apparently, the video cards are still holding. So I think the moment I max them out, I keep crashing and I have problems. But overall, if I'm not pushing it to the limit, you can clearly see that GPUs are doing fantastic work. So I will definitely have to buy a new radiator on this video card because it's gonna die and I'm gonna miss it, seriously, because 470 it's fantastic, and in this situation you can clearly see it's working really nice, you know. So temperature wise, with 50% load, I got 62 degrees, and on the second one that actually, you know, still on the range. The moment it reaches 70, I'm done apparently. But on the memory side, I have 1.2 gig of VRAM, but it's not using. I'm 100% sure it's going to use more, you know, and I will reach 1 gig of VRAM utilization or even maximum, but at this stage you can clearly see I'm still good in this occasion. This is very important because previous video card that I was using, they were doing fantastic, you know. So now I want to see how it's running with this one. Maximum details, 1080p, 460 watts, is doing great, you know. So I want best performance from this. I got on 1080p with this video cards and this SLI, good performance. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely The average FPS is around 100, yes. The temperature is good in this occasion. There's no problem on the SLI, but I have a problem. I have maximum VRAM utilization in this game with this video card. Even though the core is on maximum, the VRAM is on maximum, still it gives me over 100 FPS on average. So I will take this as a win. Even on the CPU side, you can see that it's not utilized at maximum. Got like 30% load on the CPU side only. Oh yeah. I think this type of SLI is fantastic because it's got this video card, this 470. It's got two SLI connectors. That means it can run 3-way SLI or 4-way SLI. I don't know how many you can put, but can connect multiple in SLI. The one that I have, it's got a problem with the screw. It's like literally they got 4 screws and they connect to a frame. That frame is connected to the PCB, and on my one, the screw on that one, it's loose. You understand? The thread on that frame, it's broken and it doesn't hold it. I think this is the problem that I had today, because the moment you reach 70 degrees or a higher temperature, I seen that it had crashes all the time. 100% sure I will get a different frame and maybe I can use the same vapor chamber, but I think I will have to find something else in order to see if I get the opportunity in this case salvage the video card, because I freaking love it. Seriously, the performance is awesome. As a single video card, as a solo video card, it performs really well. I think it will be very ideal to put the other one. I have a Zotac that is perfect, you know, it doesn't have any problem. And I think I will, if you want, I will do a different video, but with different games like DirectX 11 games and non-SLI games. You understand that today I wanted games that were SLI compatible. There are so many games this video card can do, but they are not compatible with SLI, and I want those games to add them on a video, on a different type of video. I like this idea of 2 GTX 470s, but I never thought I would have so many problems today with that vapor chamber, seriously. But overall, they're good. They're not expensive. If you're interested on getting a setup like this, they're very cheap, you know. At the moment, they're still cheap. All in all, they're good. If you have any suggestion for this setup or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.